it helps if I click the button that puts me in the thing. So, hello everybody, and welcome. I'm Chris. This is Gross Models, and this is an evening with the gang. It's the Thursday night general sort of hang around, hang out, and chat, and probably get in trouble for stuff, but generally just getting on with things. Time. I am joined this evening by Plankton. It's not really Plankton. It's a real talking person.
Hello, I'm just having trouble with my earpiece. Sorry,
Apparently
I'm
he's
having a
not
big
talking.
earpiece issue. Hello, everyone. Everything's really quiet in my brain. Hang
Good
on.
evening. It is, of course, Fox, in case you didn't guess from the comedy name.
Yes.
Yes. So yes, there's two of us. You never know. Someone else might
I'll
pop
be back in a minute. Hang on.
There's one of us. You never know. Someone else might pop in at some point in the next 90 minutes or so. Let's have a look. Obviously, Pascal was here first because he has to be here first because that's the way it works.
It's a legal requirement.
Sorry?
It's a legal requirement.
A legal requirement, indeed. He wasn't there first for something. I can't remember, but yeah. Quantum Man is here. And Pascal obviously in Quantum Man. Then Dad was here a little while ago, and then he went away, and then he came back. This is all like 2 hours ago. These comments went up there, so you know. Then I was about. Then yeah, everyone. Pascal, me, Pascal, me. Model making truck. Lewis is about in the chat as well. Eric Graham's around. Cynical Steve. It's easier than a Monday night, this, because there's fewer people. We have, of course... Oh, hang on. I can't do that button. I need to go across here and do that by doing... by doing
That was right in my ear, that was.
Well,
I was in my own ear.
You came in your own ear. That's... Yeah, we won't mention about that. Steve is currently gluing his fingers together. So excuse him for a few minutes, but that was a little while ago. He's probably okay by now. Model making trucker Lewis says it's like that. It's a tactical plan. If I'm always in trouble and whatnot, all I have to do is buy a cheap bunch of flowers for her, and she thinks that all her Christmases will come at once. And he also says, let me know once you've read that. I want to delete it before she joins the chat.
Can I just point out he's already got into trouble for saying that?
I did notice that underneath, yes. Nat just say, too late. I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes, put the kids to bed. So, yeah. That's why I didn't object to reading it out, because I figured he'd already been caught by it. So
yeah.
He did notice that he was caught as well. Raging Bassist is here. And Fox is here as well in the chat, but now he's using his real mouth words.
I'm using my real mouth words now. Now, I do have to apologise as we go through the night because I'm having real trouble hearing you with my earpiece. So if I have to, you have to say things a few times.
You did say I was a bit quiet, but I'm assuming to the general public, am I a bit quiet or am I sounding wrong? Is it Fox's hearing that's going?
I think it's something at my end.
Let me know what's going on and what's what.
Let me just try and plug him in.
Chat saying, let me in. So I'll let him in.
Ta-da!
It did go ping, and I was going to let you in when I got there, but yeah.
I wasn't sure if you had any form of notification. So
yeah, it makes a little blip noise in my ear, and I get a little picture of, well, you
a
on the
squig.
there. So yes.
Hello, Simon.
Hello, Foxicles.
Hello, everyone.
Good evening, Simon, and welcome. And yeah, thank you very much again. We're probably just going to keep thanking you a lot for a little while.
Cease and desist. Cease and desist.
You're not a lawyer.
No, not at all.
If I ask you 3 times, you have to tell me if you're a lawyer, and you haven't. I've asked you 3 times.
Well, you haven't asked me 3 times. You just said I wasn't.
I have in my mind.
Okay.
Jamie is here as well. Dad has done his referral payment because the logo thing, but he keeps referring. You don't have to do it anymore. Once or twice was funny, but now it's lovely. Don't get me wrong. But
what is this referral payment he keeps doing? I don't get it.
Well, because I showed him the new logo things that I did and showed him where to get them from.
All right.
And I said, "Oh, it's showing there isn't a referral program on that. That I can tell them that I sent you and." He's making his own referral payment, which is very shortly going to pay for all of my logos, so that's fine.
Awesome.
We have another visitor. We have my desk is actually tidy, with a camera angle that doesn't show his desk, so that's a little bit worrying. He came in and went away. That was Jerry by the looks of it. But
hello, goodbye.
He might be back. You never know.
I think he realised that we're onto his not tidy desk, and he was like, "Cripes, it's the
He might be
coffee
changing
room."
his camera angle. Nat's back. Tom's here, making it at the beginning, he says. Never object to what I put in chat, says Lewis. I am more quiet than the others. Let me play with my knobs. Excuse me.
Yeah, well, now Simon's in. I can hear Simon okay, so...
How's that? I've just played with my knob and turned
Yeah,
up the gain a
a
bit.
little better.
It was very satisfactory not playing.
Yes.
It didn't take very long. It's only little, but you know.
You know.
So is that better, or could it go
Yeah,
better
if
more?
you played with your knob and now you're coming near me a bit better, so...
Do I need to play a little bit more, or is that about right, do you think?
You can play a little bit more if
yeah,
you want. I mean, you can see it now that you mowed the lawn, so it's fine.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
sure.
Yeah. Right. Let's
Jerry
see.
says-
Eric says you didn't read my comment why Lewis got in trouble. I didn't see it. Let me go back up and have a look.
Jerry says his internet's playing up, by the way.
His internet. Oh, that's why he's in and out.
Yeah.
We have another visitor. We have a messy painted bench. You can guess who that is.
Hello.
Oh, God, we're all in trouble if he's here.
Kick him out, ban him.
I can't see. I can't see that.
That's
Eric.
your
You'll have
job,
to
Si.
let me know if it was important. But
What was important? What did we miss? I missed it.
I don't know. I couldn't see it. So
Okay.
yeah. Lewis says never object to reading out what I put in chat. It's fine. The doghouse has become my house now. It's Ruby in there.
So all he needs to do now is just not get in trouble with the dog.
Tom says it's better, and as you say, Jerry says his web's playing up.
Yeah.
Edward's around saying evening, everyone. Good evening.
Hey, Edward.
And that's that. Paul, you're about. Hello.
Yes, hello.
How's your back?
It's a lot better today.
Good.
Is it not being rubbish today, then?
Yeah, it's significantly less garbage.
Are you going to be building an Lego?
I
one
will
second,
put
guys.
you last
One
night.
sec. I would hope so.
Don't
We
know
have a
if it's
Jerry.
right or not.
I'll put him in, and we'll see if he stays this time.
Shall I? I need to turn the light on.
Mama Fox says hello, by the way.
Hey, Mama Fox.
Hello,
I brought
Mum
my
Fox.
phone up because I left my phone in the kitchen and went downstairs to the kitchen and thought, oh, I left my phone, and then I forgot it again
Classic Fox.
because I'm a special.
Absolutely, yep.
You are indeed a special.
So Jerry's here, but I don't know if he can hear us or not. He doesn't look very happy.
Actually, I think I'm going to
I have
carry
an
on
email.
doing that.
Can I just
Paul
very
is
quickly?
actively
very
thinking.
quickly
That's not Lego, Paul.
I'm not
No,
going to
I
read it
know.
out.
But it does need
I got a
finishing.
mail from Lewis, so I got your mail, Lewis. Thank you very much. Awesome. Sorry, I was interrupting everybody there. Sorry, very rude.
Not a problem. Nat says hi, Mama Fox, and Scarfish says hi, Mama Fox.
Yeah, she's on the loo now. She can't hear you.
Jerry is not really here anymore. I shall remove him until he gets himself sorted out.
Consider yourself
If he gets
removed,
himself
young man.
sorted out, but we'll find out.
Yes, thank you for the mail, Lewis. I got
If
that.
you are
Thank
watching Jerry and you do get yourself sorted out, just wave madly in the little picture down the bottom there, and I'll notice you back.
If you're watching Jerry, try not to get spotted. He'll call the police again. That was a different way of intoning the sentence.
Lewis says thank you, Fox. I missed what that was about, but
Who's chopping meat or something or on a chopping board? Who's playing with wooden blocks, it sounds like.
don't know. You, I think.
You surely that can't be my joysticks. Wait,
You're what
is
sticks
that,
it?
is that the noise that you can hear?
No, it was like a wooden block.
Brilliant.
I can hear the little clicking noises. Was that what you're doing?
It
What-
was then, but I was like
That was specifically
spamming my
making it.
spamming my joystick.
I was going to say, what's a twist stick?
So to speak.
I'm sure he said twist stick.
Lewis
my
said
Hylian
that,
shield just
Eric
broke up
said
very
that
sad.
Lewis said he was staying out of trouble, and he said, "Is that like me not spilling paint and Dad not painting anything blue?" So yeah, that was the cause of the whole problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If something is as likely as Paul using a wet palette, you know it's lies.
Yeah, it just means his bench has got wet for some reason.
Yeah.
Dave says, I can't abuse you. I took an arrow to the toe. Dave's got a poorly toe.
Yeah, Dave lost a fight with the floor or something, didn't he?
He said something about a table in the dark or something, didn't he?
Isn't
like
that
the
an
middle of the mind?
Christian novel?
I'd have turned a light on, but you know.
And I've got that tune for the windmills of the mind going around my head, but with the table of the dark.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's probably
Oh,
it.
Now,
Young
see, now I'm
people-
thinking about the pink. Now I'm thinking of the Pink Panther because it's Dave, and that's reasonably appropriate.
What, Dave is appropriate to the Pink Panther?
Yeah, Shot in the Dark.
No, that's Toya Wilcox. What?
Eh? I'm
There,
not,
see, I told you.
I'm
never
not
think
getting
about
Fox's. I'm not getting Fox's. Getting Fox's reference. Not getting Paul's reference.
No, I didn't get
it.
Paul.
Wasn't one of the Pink Panthers called A Shot in the Dark?
Was it?
No, it's called the Pink Panther.
No, there was an. Oh, hang on.
I don't think the Pink Panther movies had names. They were just the Pink Panther 1, Pink Panther, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. You're not
This
talking
could
about
be
a
a
new
key
one
moment
with
where
thingy in
you
it.
get proven wrong by Paul Fox.
Yeah, that'd be
I
horrible.
get proven on my foot. This happens quite often. I'll be perfectly honest. I expect to be
Oh.
wrong. I'm always
Yes.
wrong.
Oh,
There you go. Pink Panther, Shot in the Dark.
I don't know.
A shot in the dark.
You
But
just
my
made
reference
that up.
is still
You
correct.
just made that.
Yeah, you just made that with your face.
Yeah.
You've obviously got a face. You've obviously got a face.
Reborn in
printer.
Rationality says Shot in the Dark, the original Clouseau movie.
Thank you, Reborn in Rationality. You are safe from banning for the rest of the
Clearly,
show.
nobody's ever heard of that. Obviously.
I've probably seen it, but and Phil Lewis comes in with the
Well, you're safe from banning from
second
me anyway.
Pink Panther movie.
See, now we've got the viewers fighting amongst themselves. Everybody's on fire.
Well, no, it might be the second Pink Panther movie. Does that mean that Clouseau wasn't in the first Pink Panther movie?
Yeah.
Mm.
Eric
Knock
said
it
I'm
out,
innocent of all
Kato.
charges. and
Lewis
that-
is asking if someone can ban Nat. I think you're more likely
No.
to go before Nat, so
Yeah.
no, probably not.
Well, it's because Eric said I'm innocent of everything, and Nat said, "Don't worry, I believe you over Lewis."
No, we all know Nat is on the. What's the opposite of a naughty step?
Well, Nat's on the good step because she's getting Connor and his sister into Warhammer.
Oh dear. I think people are going a bit loopy because of the lockdown, because Frankie's given me €25. A bit of feedback from
Wow.
the things you do for
Yeah,
the community,
nice.
as many others too. Thank you for your good work, Chris.
Right, given
Thank you
there's,
very much, Frankie. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
but given there's 4 of us in the stream, we get quarter each, right?
Yeah, no, that's not the way it works. It's euros, so I don't know what it equates to. So
I think he's actually giving it to me because he thought it was my stream, so I'll take that.
no, he even put my name in it just to make sure.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Thank you very much, Frankie. Much
Yeah,
appreciated.
thank you for me earlier on, Frankie. It's very kind of you.
Google are going to be chasing me for tax and stuff now because
Well, Google and tax, they're the 2 words that never appear in the same sentence.
that's true.
Yeah.
Where's
He
that
was
on
in
the
the
top?
original Pink Panther movie, says Phil. And Reborn in Rationality says second. I concede. So as long as there's no fights and things, people settle down and get into the right. We all get along here. We're all
Yeah.
lovely here. Thank you very
Why
much.
can't we all just get along?
Why can't everyone just get along? Yeah.
it's no fun to get on with Paul. It's much more fun to insult him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
And me
you
insulted
don't
by
each other
him.
too much.
I don't know if you've noticed or not, Si, but you are now a mod on my channel.
I have noticed.
But
I
as
have
Paul
power.
is also, you can't ban him.
I think you should unmod Paul just temporarily, just so I can ban him once.
Well,
Wait,
I can
I
still
mean, the
ban
thing
him.
is, I'm live on the internet with you now, so if you do unmod me, your monetization is going down the toilet faster than
Wait,
you
hang
can
on a
do
minute.
that.
Well, I can kick you out of here as well.
Yeah, but you have to
Actually,
do it a little lot quicker than.
I can do that button, and
Are you turning Paul into little people?
I've just muted him a little bit.
Oh no! I think that's the universal symbol for he appreciates your kind gesture.
I think that was what it was. Yeah. Yes. Here's something for you. He said, yeah.
Yeah, I want my Lego back.
Glorious.
Oh dear. Right, so a bit later on, I shall, of course, as ever, go across to the Gross Group and show people pictures that have been put up in the preceding week. If you haven't already joined, it's there. Look, I've got a link for it there. I'll put it in the chat as well. You can go there. You can even just create a fake Facebook profile if you haven't got one. Come along to the Gross Group, join in. There are a couple of like admin question type things to get in, but it's easy. It's all just, is it all right if I show you your picture? And that's, you've got to say yes to that, because otherwise there's no point in joining.
What is your name? Yes.
There was somebody did try and join it the other week and said no to that question, so he didn't get in.
Do you want to know how special I am, by the way? I suddenly realised the other day, I put some questions for the Boom Hut, and I wondered why everybody was giving exactly the same answers all the time. Yeah, I put 3 responses to one of the questions. I'm like, why? Oh.
Yeah, I did notice that after the first couple of people applied saying exactly the same thing, I thought either this is some sort of mob that's joining and just sort of spam farm that's joining using all the same answers, or Fox
Well,
has done
I don't know
something
why I
like
put
that.
3 answers to the first question.
Well, look, Paul's in the chat. He says,
Why is he? Oh, why is he not using his mouth words?
well, I think that was while I
Well,
muted
he
him.
was muted.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
muted. I was offended, so I didn't use my mouth words.
He
You were
he lashed
offended.
out.
Yeah.
Is it possible for you to be offended, Paul?
By Chris, probably not.
No, because you're either happy or it's a challenge. That's what I thought. I don't think there is an offended.
I am not easily offended, no.
Dave has some celebrity
Oh, I'm
news.
still
He says
talking.
Peter Sellers was born about a mile away in Southsea, in a flat above what is now a Chinese takeaway.
Oh,
And by the way,
Dave, you're in the right account. That's not fair.
if he was born about a mile away, that's a hell of a push.
Well, not from here, but yeah.
Is he-
And
is he-
Lewis says Paul's in chat. So, but he was just above that. He was in chat saying he's going to put rude pictures up, and that was when he wasn't muted. So,
Well, I might do that anyway then.
Oh, look at this! I've got this entire tube, which is going to be a deep joy to get the seam line filled. Oh.
but you know that's like more work than you did in your entire stream this afternoon.
Yeah, shut up.
It gives me great satisfaction when you moan about prepping models, Fox, after mocking me for moaning about prepping models.
No, I don't mock you for moaning about prepping models.
You mock me about Space Marine backpacks all the time.
I don't mock. I just make statements.
If you take them as mockage, then that's your own lookout.
Bloody Space Marine backpacks.
I can't mock you for anything, Simon, because it's better than all of us. Mm.
Like, you can. It's just not necessarily justifiable.
No, true.
Yeah, I mean, you can mock about the road he takes to get to the destination, but you can't mock the destination.
Oh,
at
do
all.
you mean the road that leads to London instead of Warhammer World? That one.
The
No
one
such
that
road
he, yeah,
exists.
the wrong road that he took when we were going to meet up, and then he
That was the
wasn't
train, FYI.
The train took the wrong road. What kind of rubbish rail to you on?
You took a train the wrong way. That's even better.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't make it, lads. I was on the train and it wouldn't go down the M1. Oh,
He wouldn't.
not even with a hearty bribe. You rubbish you are.
there. Oh, dear.
I don't. Anyway, I don't mock you. I use you as an example to get me out of being mocked. I say, you think I'm slow?
That's fair.
Yeah,
But everyone just says yes.
there is.
We don't think you're slow. We know you are.
I see no study.
It's because you haven't. It's because. Oh, never mind.
Did that joke die on the vine?
Yeah, the words
Yay.
in my mouth.
Have
There's
you
nothing worse.
got something on the go at the moment, then, Si? Or are you playing computer games?
I am currently playing Zelda because I'm very close to finishing it, so I'm just going to finish it and then
Okay.
I'll paint a great unclean one.
How are you not playing Animal Crossing like every other human being that has a Switch?
Because the missus is playing it at the moment, and
Oh, so you're never going to get to play it then?
well,
No.
no, probably not.
Well, no, not really.
She wants me to play it, but I don't think either of us realise that we've only got one copy currently, so we probably do need a second copy. I'm just seeing if she's looking over. She gave me.
I've got
Evils.
one copy, and me and the wife are playing it. We've got different switches,
Yeah, we've got
So you
different
can-
switches.
you can use one as long as it's a digital copy. You can use it on the two switches by doing that game share thing, by signing
Well,
in and signing out and things.
We've got
But you can't meet up online.
we've got the physical copy.
No, that
Um,
makes it harder to play at the same time.
It does make it harder to play at the same time.
Is
but
it just me, or do Nintendo not actually quite understand what the internet is?
they do.
Because
to a
it's like
point.
it seems like ever since the Wii, they've not quite figured out how to do online gaming.
Well,
Really,
the online stuff is better. If you've got two copies of the game, you can meet up and walk around each other's islands and things like that. But if you've only got one copy of the game, then you can't, because it's the same copy of the game. And that's fair enough, really, because if you've only got one thing, there shouldn't really be two people playing it. But
At
you
the
can.
same time, especially.
But you can play it at the same time, just as you can't interact with each other while you're doing it, which is fair enough. I don't really have a problem with.
a friend code to bring on the Switch. Have they stopped all that nonsense now?
No, there are friend codes still.
It's still friend code, but it's easier that you don't have to both have each other's and swap them over. You can actually send a friend invite to somebody. If you've got their friend code, you can add them, and then they get notified that you've added them. Whereas on the old systems, it was not like that.
Can I just say I'm not enjoying this Alchemite pipe? It's not sticking together at all.
Have you tried using glue?
Yes.
It's not a push fit.
No, it's I'm not having a good time with it. It's refusing to cooperate. I'm not getting a good bead.
Oh.
Squeeze harder.
Yeah.
Steady, Harris.
You need to squeeze your tube much harder than that.
Gentlemen, squeeze your tubes.
The amount of weird references already tonight is quite disturbing.
Terrible, isn't it? Well, luckily I've got the 25 euros coming, so if the monetisation does go, then it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
Considering Paul's here as well, so the chances of monetisation staying until the end are pretty slim.
Then again, don't forget though that 25 euros sits there until you hit your trigger limit, which is probably I don't know, whatever it might be.
Raging Basis says Nintendo make their online stuff stupidly complicated. Look at the online chat. Yeah, you can't chat from console to console. You need a phone app to do that through as well. It's very confusing. But
yeah. So when I said they don't quite understand the internet, I was kind of correct.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think they understand it. They've taken the whole child-friendly route much too far. But
yeah, they do know that 99% of their audience is actually hairy-arsed adults, don't they?
Well, I don't know. You say that, but think of Japan.
But Simon's got a perfectly smooth bum.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Jerry says, not Jerry, sorry, Lewis says, thanks, Nat. Now I have to stay up until Chris does the photos.
Wait, Jerry Lewis?
I didn't see Nat say anything, but.
Jerry Lewis is in chat? Isn't he dead?
No, he's not there either.
I don't even know what that noise was.
Jerry's in chat. He says, there's one game I never got into. My wife is rarely off it. Obviously, Animal Crossing still. And he also says to you, Fox, that he clamped his. It was the only way he could get him to stick.
Yes,
that's Fox having their clamps out. Yeah,
it's just I think it's quite tall and therefore I don't know. It's just quite. I think it's got. It doesn't. Probably because it's not a proper GW molding, but the gap between the two parts is quite significant. It's like a trench. No. I do not want to have to fill a seam line that goes all the way up there. No.
You're actually going to have to use Millipat there, dude.
Nonsense.
Yeah, not Millipat only for filling holes in your walls.
Milliput is
Dave is asking Paul why you're painting the head from Art Attack.
What, Gaz Top?
Art Attack was Neil Buchanan, you Philistine.
Is it? Oh God, yes. I don't know. I never used to watch Art Attack because it was rubbish because it was Neil Buchanan.
Right. Nat's posted a photo in the Gross group and tagged Lewis in it. That's what he's referring to. Yeah, I'll get to that at some point.
In answer to His Lordship, Mr. Barker, I'm actually doing this as part of an Instagram challenge.
Oh, tell us more.
Trying vaguely to do a half-decent job of it. But failing. Because it's not actually going that well. But it's the challenge where you either get sort of aged or beautiful, I think it was, and I actually pleaded to do aged.
Nope, wrong button.
Because screw doing beautiful. It ain't going to work.
I still applaud with both of you, Chris and Paul, to paint a model without a wash at some point. Just to teach yourself.
Well, this hasn't actually been done with any washes so far.
Nice. Keep it that way.
Because I've basically used a base of, I don't know where it's gone, Vallejo Modular, so the cement or concrete, I can't remember. And then stippled over a load of Vallejo pale blue grey.
Ah.
And now I'm just.
Jerry was just about to come in, but then he's gone again.
Detailing it with. I am technically using washes, but I'm using the enamel MIG stuff.
Yeah, well, the bust that I'm doing, that I was doing on Fox's mod stream the other night, the Arnie bust, I've not used any washes on that.
It's not a tumour.
It looks rubbish, and I still need to get the skin tone right or vaguely right, but it's getting there.
You'll get there. I mean, it's the first bust you've done. So.
Considering I don't do that sort of thing,
yeah, don't be afraid.
I'm quite happy with how it's coming out.
Muck about a bit.
Jerry seems to be somewhat cross with his internet by the looks of it. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh,
I do. But... Would you like me to?
No.
Okay. But yeah,
Candy Graham says Philistine is a wonderful and sadly underused insult.
I call Fox a Philistine all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. I like ne'er-do-well.
Paul's waving his bust
Fair
around
enough.
again.
Just trying to get it to.
Yeah, that's the colour of skin tone that I want to achieve, but I haven't got
Yeah,
there yet.
that is black primer, a base of Canadian Fleshlight, and the shadows are done in Night Questor Flesh.
All right, I don't think I've got that flesh. I need a darker flesh,
think-
or a lighter brown. Maybe.
I may be able to confirm. I think Night Questor is actually one of the old Forge World colours.
Oh yeah, it is.
'Cause
But
I'm
I think
pretty
they do
sure
it in
came out-
air now. I'm pretty sure they do it in one of the air paints.
Nice. But yeah, there's been no washes on his body, but I have washed the wraps on the axe with Agrax because it's Agrax.
Ooh, I had a panic then. I thought I'd actually run out of Tamir.
Quite a gap.
Thankfully, I have not.
You see, I feel you there, Fox, because I ordered a bottle or two with my E-models order, and my bottle ran out the night before it arrived. After obviously, I ordered it before I ran out, like a couple of weeks, but with Chocolate Velociraptor, it took time. And I could just see it getting ever and ever lower as I was building the Great Unclean one.
When you say run out, you just poured a lot in there.
Well, no, I couldn't see this, and I've got a little bit left. I'm putting glue on it. I'm like, why am I not getting big dots of glue going in? It's like, oh, because there's almost nothing left. So I've just seen this, which is fine, but it's kind of gone a bit dark grey because it's got, so my glue's not clean anymore. Oh well.
It's not like you're not going to be painting anything, is it?
No, I don't.
Well, not for a very long time.
Also, I appear to be making a steampunk ISS, which is quite cool.
Yeah, Paul's got an ISS to build.
Yeah, I've actually got the Lego ISS, the same one that someone else bought in the Boom Hut zone. I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember either.
It
but, yeah, I
looks
think they're in
like
the
an
chat.
awesome
It's
kit.
someone.
It is very I got paintbrush in my mouth. It is awesome. It's deceptively simple as well.
I watched Adam Savage built one on test a few days ago, and I watched that, and it looks really cool.
Oh,
I've got
that's
the
really
Nano Box
annoying.
version, which I will be doing at some point, but that's obviously the same but tiny.
Can I
I
just-
also received today some more nano blocks. Look, I've got that one. There you go. I'll put myself on the big screen.
Now I see you're showing off the nano blocks you got, but not the lovely Lego I bought you.
That one.
Ooh.
London Skyline block set. It's 1,100 pieces, so that's not just going to be a one day
That
build.
is quite a lot of pieces, especially in nano.
That's quite a lot to build.
Can I just point out something that will kill people with OCD?
Got it.
I'll need to zoom in though. I've just spotted something. Hang on, on this bit here. Let me zoom in. Oh, I can't zoom in very far. Arse. You've got these 4 little panel lines here. Like this is set into quarters on this round bit.
One second,
there must be 5 of them because.
Let me change my my input back to my PC so I can see what you're OCDing.
Yes.
Okay, go.
Right, so you've got on this bottom bit here, you've got these 4 little panel gaps there,
Mm-hmm.
there, and there. And they're all set into quarters. And on here, you've got 4 rivets that are not in quarters. And they don't line up, and that's wrong.
Why
No,
have
that's
they
right.
done that?
I think these little panel lines aren't in specific. There's a big gap here. So I think they're not in. And it's like,
Are they quarters or are they fifths?
And I think these are quarters, and these
Yeah,
are
they're
just like
quarters, but
random.
the other ones are not quarters. They're fifths, aren't they?
No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4, but
All
these
right.
2 are like, and it's like, because I'm trying to line them up, and I'm like, why is it not like? Oh, you devious! Oh,
Just destroy it, burn it with fire.
it needs
No,
to be
that's
burned with
fine.
fire. Someone at GW needs to be taken out and shot around the back.
Well, it can't be me anymore, so win.
What? You can't take me around the back and shoot? Oh no, I see what you mean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's that. I have also been building on the wooden Wednesdays. Look, this has got very big now. I can show it properly
The thing that
on the big
nobody
screen
knows
'cause
what it is.
my large wooden thing.
Ooh, it looks very Tesla.
It's very scary. It's massive. It twiddles. Look, if I twiddle this bit down the bottom, I'll just play with that bit. It makes the whole top bit turn round.
It's like a big gun.
And as well as
Like
the
a
top
big
bit turning
gun
around, that cog on the end there turns around as well.
Oh, look at that!
That is rather cool.
I'm just thinking of those little turrets on Hoth.
And even better than that, the whole thing has got gimbals built into it in all directions.
Did Chris just say gimbals?
I said
Yeah.
gimbals.
I give him points for that. I think
I love
That's
that
what they
word.
are. Why would I get points for selling,
Yeah.
selling a thing that's
because it's a
thing?
good word and not often used. This whole thing is a massive series of tubes. I'm going off this Alchemite pipes. Yeah, that reminds me of do you remember the Battle of Hoth where they have those little turrets that sit there in the background? They like get blown up a lot. It reminds me of
Yeah.
that, but without the skin on it.
It's going to have a plane that spins around. It's going to be great,
Yeah.
but it's going to be weeks away. So yeah,
Oh. You have to get like a little 1/72 Airfix, little £5 kit Airfix, and stick that on there instead.
no, it's got a proper wooden one. And I think the propeller goes round.
But with proper wood.
Yeah.
Cool.
Lewis says, I had images of you spinning that top, but it's smacking you in the face. Thanks.
I did
That would
think
have
that
been
when
very
you were
funny.
doing it, when you were whizzing it round.
Eric says, think of all the spare pieces you're getting that London Skyline pack. Yeah, that does worry me a little bit. The nano blocks seem to give you an awful lot of extra bits. So, yeah.
I see no problem there, though. They're going to your Greebles box.
You could just
They will. I've
build.
got a bag for extra bits, but yeah. Reborn says it reminds him of a Da Vinci sketch. It's that sort of, yeah. All of these wooden things are that sort of look and feel.
Here's
The
a question,
car and the locomotive look cool. I haven't seen the car. I've seen the locomotive, and someone built it and it didn't work. So I don't know if they didn't build it wrong or if there is a problem with it. But yeah. Sorry, Fox, you were saying.
I was going to say, here's a question for the people in chat and for you guys as well. Hands up if you've ever used Lego pieces in an actual model build. I have.
If you use what in a
Not
model
yet.
build?
If you've used Lego pieces in a model build, like as Greebles or extras.
Oh, right. No, generally, no.
When I did my land speeder, I used a Lego Star Wars blaster on the seat of the land speeder to look like and it looks just like a 1/24 scale blaster. So I was like, that'll do.
Yeah, no, I tend not to do that. Paul was saying about the Lego that he's bought me. Yes, I shall be starting to build one of those tomorrow.
Do we get
So,
to see
yeah,
them? Or are
I'm
they
not going to show
secret?
them off now because they're out of reach. But
Oh.
he bought me a couple of Lego kits because I'd run out. But there is one that we'll be starting tomorrow. I don't know which one yet. I might let the viewers decide tomorrow when I do that, which will be afternoonish, midday, 1 o'clock, that sort of time, probably.
Are you going to give us a clue?
I
Yes,
chose
it'll be
both.
about midday or 1 o'clock.
No, I
The
mean a
clue I
clue.
will give. I chose both of them with Fox in mind.
Oh, here we go. So one's Jar Jar Binks.
I
The
think
one's
I've
Jar
shown
Jar
them to
Binks.
Fox actually, but
The one's a witch.
he probably won't remember.
One's a witch. Oh no, I do remember it now. Yes, I do remember it. Yes. Okay. Yes, I've got you now.
Legos
one
are
I'm-
worth more than gold by weight now, says Tom. They probably are. Yep. And the kids
Jerry
won't
says,
let Lewis touch Lego.
as well.
Steve says he does it all the time using the bits from the leftover bits. Cynical
Well,
Steve
Steve,
doesn't
you
have any
do everything
leftover
like
bits.
that all the time.
He builds stuff out of leftover bits rather
Yeah.
than using them on kits. Lewis
In
says,
fact, no,
"Oh no, I'll be driving then." Oh well.
In fact, no, Steve doesn't use bits of Lego in his builds. Steve uses. Never mind, that joke died.
Dear. Reborn says, wasn't there a lot of Lego pieces in the original modern run of the Trench Run? I don't know. Was there?
What?
Might have been.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's possible. I mean, it wouldn't be, knob side. It would have been flat side or whatever, but maybe.
Don't know. I do know
right.
that on the model of the Super Star Destroyer, the Executor or the Executor, whichever you prefer, there was a little plastic, the little green plastic army men.
Mm.
There was a plastic army man on the
Really?
superstructure of the Super Star Destroyer. Just stood there like that with his rifle. If you know where it is, you see it, you go, there it is. It's really quite big.
Dear.
You
I know
wouldn't
there's a Batmobile on the new Falcon and things like that, and a potato in the asteroid field and stuff. But
Yeah.
Spid's in chat. He says apologies for not being there. He's got phone calls and his brother not being paranoid enough about the lockdown, making me worry about his health. Yeah. Wash your hands, Spid's brother, and stay indoors if you don't have to go out anywhere.
I have to tell you, by the way, just before we started, all I could hear on my window was people clanging pots and pans, clapping, and fireworks. So clapping the NHS at 8 o'clock, which was quite nice.
I'd say it just happened. They just happened to be out making a racket. It was Nothing to do with the NHS. It's just local scumbags.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's that British, that traditional British pastime of standing in your doorway banging pots and pans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
around here
well,
it's
Paul
pretty
calls it
normal.
cooking, but you know. About an hour ago, there was a lot of music and stuff out the front of here. I don't know what it was, but I've shut my window because it got loud. But you know,
That'll probably be before they do the clapping the NHS thing.
yeah. Lewis, Nat says to Lewis, "I'm sure you'll be on the phone listening and using me for typey. Yeah, because Nat does Lewis interpretation. While she's watching streams, she plays the stream down the phone to him, and then he tells her what to type. For
Okay.
him. It's very confusing, but
I've just built a Games Workshop Apollo module.
you have that's the escape pod from Star Wars, isn't it?
Isn't it? Oh, the damage doesn't look so bad from here.
We found this washer. That's for droids.
Look, sir, a random metal piece that obviously means droids.
Found this spoon, sir.
I do like the fact there's like an entire crashed drop pod, and the small piece of metal tells him there's droids, not just it's a bit of the drop pod.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but it might have been like a.
It's a bit like coming across a wrecked car. It's a bit like coming across a wrecked car, picking up a screw and saying, "Look, sir, French people."
Yeah, well, that's one of the classic bits in Star Wars, like the ones from the films that you don't believe exist, when it was like, a communications block out, that can only mean one thing. Well, it might mean lots of things. If your phone's not working, it could be,
Could mean the internet's down.
Yeah, could mean your battery's gone. If you try turning it off and on again.
Lewis says she's not very good, though. She doesn't put exactly what I say, and it takes her ages to do the typing.
Is he going to get in
Just
trouble
be
again?
thankful that she's doing it at all. Jerry's appeared. I'm going to click on him, and we'll see if he lasts. He's only hearing voice, by the sounds of it. But, Jerry, hello?
I'll click on him and see if he lasts.
No, he's not even hearing voice. He's gone again now.
Well, he's here with us in spirit.
I think it's not working. Right, I'm going to go across to the gallery thing, the gross gallery, whatever we
Turning
haven't
it
really
up.
come up with a name for it. So we shall all still be on screen, but squeezed over to the side over here.
I shall be there in a minute. I'm a bit tied up with the gluing right now.
We have a Jeep thing from Ross. I don't do descriptions of stuff, so I don't know what it is, but it's got snakes on it or something. By the looks of it, I don't know.
Snakes on a Jeep. Yeah.
Is it a proper camo thing, or is that just the swirly patterns?
Yeah, it's a
don't know.
World War II camo.
Is it a thing that happened?
It's not a Horch. I can't remember. It's a German World War II staff vehicle, transport vehicle. It's a staff car thing, I think, but I can't remember which one.
Cool.
It's not Horch. It's a. I can't remember.
It looks like the driver's
There's
asleep.
Vincent when you need him, eh?
I know Vincent knows all these things.
Yeah, some sort of car. Jerry's laggy as hell. It must be his area currently.
Ooh, my area.
Speed says my ex was leggy. I miss those. Just the legs though. Right, there we go. This is Dennis LD. This is it's not Warhammer. I think it's Dungeons and Dragons.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Or this might just be the 3D printed thing that doesn't actually have a particular anything, but it's looking good, whatever it is.
Indeed, it is.
Hairy back.
I'll be with you in a minute. I'll do
Don't
it.
mention
Cool.
anything.
Oh, you mean that hairy back, not mine.
Eric is doing his silo. I've seen pictures of this now. It's looking good. It's one of those kits that you look at and think there's nothing to that, but there obviously is. You can put more to it if you want to.
Yeah. And the thing with that is, given the scale you're working in, to actually get that weathering to look right.
Yeah, I mean, just click to the next
and
one. It's got
treat
more
people
weathering on that one.
It's not easy.
Right. Philip Prime is he scratch built some extra bits for the tank because it didn't look right without them, if I remember correctly. He's put little
the little mud
armor add-on pieces.
Yep. Yeah, the little bits that cover the top of the. Nice. Are they bright? Has he scratch built them in Pluto actually? In
I
bright?
think they're metal.
Holy cow!
I don't know what it is, but
Very nice. If he scratch built them from the proper metal and stuff.
It looks that way. I don't know for sure. But a couple of extra little bits he's put on around there and thereabouts, and once he's painted them, they look like they belong.
Phil Lewis says it's missing the ladders and the dice. Tom Rickliff says, I saw he used brass sheet. Jerry says it's brass sheet.
There we go. See?
It's not sheet, it's fabulous.
Eric Crane says, weathering in HO scale is a pain in the arse to get it to look right. Yes, that's why.
Frankie's done his lights on his Tamiya R5 Turbo.
Oh, it's a Renault 5. That's a classic Tamiya kit. That's
Electricity in it as well, though. Look.
I always wanted that kit when I was a kid.
Lewis. Oh, this is the thing with the tiny, teeny photo etch, isn't it?
That's the HMS Belfast. Probably about the size of a grain of rice, knowing Lewis.
Yeah, look at that.
Fun fact for those who've got a grasp of the relative distances: from where the Belfast is moored, if its guns were active, it could hit St Albans.
That's quite interesting. If only if you know where the Belfast is moored, because it could be. It's what?
That's why I said if you know the relative distances, it's interesting. Or if you know how to use Google Maps.
So that ladder was like 1.5 million wide on the back of that turret, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Yes. Yeah, he's got smaller bits than that. The bits on the front, I think. Hang about. Let me go back. These bits under here were ridiculous.
I mean, basically, Lewis has discovered that he has a natural aptitude for photo etch, and once he realised that, he became the most unhappy man on the face of the earth.
But a natural aptitude for photo etch has made Vincent the happiest man on earth. So
I know. I mean, I if I suddenly found I could do photo etch really easily, I'd be like, oh no.
No dear. No, I deny it. It didn't really happen. Steve's been doing his Falcon, obviously.
That's the D'Agostini, 1/43 scale.
How do you know what the D'Agostini Falcon looks like, Fox?
He knows what some bits of it look like.
Yeah, it's
well,
not.
I know how big the squares are on a cutting mat, and I know how big that bit is on the Falcon. Also, the perfect grey Falcon doesn't have those bits.
There we go. Back to Lewis's photo etch.
God, that's. I almost don't want him to paint it.
Yeah, to keep it looking like a prototype.
Just really how ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculously good that photo etch is.
Yeah.
It is awesome, but fudge doing it myself.
Yeah.
There is something to be said. Sorry, go on.
No, all right. No. That's what's put me off diving into my. I've got a 1/72 German search and rescue boat that I got a load of photo etch for, and in 1/72 I'm looking at it and going.
Yeah.
Lewis says it can fire 12.5 miles away. They're trained on a service station on the M25, apparently. I don't know if that's true, but...
Wait, so that means, if you read that directly, that means when they fire, the shell appears 12.5 miles away. Or does that mean the guy that fires it can be 12.5 miles away?
No, when they shoot it, they can hit a target 12.5 miles away.
I know, joke died, sorry.
Yeah, the joke died because you didn't make it funny.
No, I forgot all the making funny bits.
Frankie's done the back of his car as well.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's real.
And yeah. Adding it to even a basic diode makes it look real, doesn't it?
Well, with a little tweak on the focal depth, it would look absolutely real. That it's just the focus that gives it away a little bit because it's obviously not full size. But that would, a little tweak on the focus, that would be like photorealistic.
Yeah, and possibly some tire tracks behind it. That'd just. Yeah. Tom has been playing with drones. Change of gears. He's working the props. Changed the props apparently from 50/30 to 50/40. I don't know what that means.
I don't.
That means it's an extra 10.
Yeah, 10 more props. He's attempting FPV. I assume that's first-person view.
I think it's 10 more props. I think it's 10 more props per minute.
Oh, right. So they go faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, but first-person view on drones is scary because those things go quick.
Yeah. I was watching the other day. It was some guy who had a remote-controlled jet fighter. It was like 1/12 scale or something. How do you even fly one of those? Because you can't
very, very quickly. It's there. Oh, it's gone.
How would you even? Because you can't unless you got a camera in the nose. How would you know what you're doing?
No idea at all.
I don't understand that whole flying planes thing.
Tom says 50/40 bite the air harder. I don't know.
Bite the air.
Is that they got more pitch to the rotor or something? Or I don't know.
Is this like a muscle car with an air grabber? I don't know.
Steve's obviously found his falcons that he was missing.
Yep.
And that's where they were, I think.
I know where all mine are. They're in somebody else's house.
He's built the other half of the hull, issue 65.
The other half of Hull. It's called Birmingham.
Eric's accidentally picked up a couple of cars.
Oops.
More bits of Falcon from Steve, and the bit on the side bit. And
A
it's
bit
all
on the
going
side,
together.
eh? Hey.
On the side bit.
The side bit, the bit like above the ramp or above the other side where the ramp isn't. I couldn't tell which side it was.
Are you saying you don't know your parts of the Millennium Falcon inside out?
Yeah, okay. Which side is that fitted to?
I don't know.
That's not the middle section.
No, it's the ramp or
That's
the other side of the ramp. It's
Yeah, I
thought
underneath
that-
the Falcon.
That looks
'Cause
like
the top bits have got these circles on them.
No,
Not
if you,
the bit that goes down to the middle
No,
of the
that's the
mandible.
side. Yeah, that goes down the middle of the mandibles, does it not?
yeah, go back to Chris.
Yeah.
Right, left hand side, that's where the gunwale is. Right hand side, that's the front where the mandibles are. That's the
Really?
bit that goes down the middle at the front, on the top.
I can't see mine from here.
I know my Falcon.
Can I just point out?
No,
that
it
the
isn't
three
because
people
it's
haven't
got
built the
that
Agostini
bit's got
Falcon until
runners
the
down
grey
it.
out.
I think that's the ramp piece that drops down.
No, trust me.
That's far too big to be the ramp, is it
That's
not?
the bit. That's the
No,
bit
it's
on the
pretty
front.
big.
That's the bit on the front that goes from the gunwale down to the mandibles.
Hang about. We'll wait there. Steve's in the chat.
I can
He'll
tell you,
answer us.
all the little square things on the side. Also, those bits that are going down the middle with the little. I've built it. I know it perfectly.
You've not built the Agostini Falcon. We know
I'm
that.
looking at it. I can see that bit, and I don't think it is because these look smaller.
No, it is. Trust me, it's the bit on the front that goes
We'll wait.
to the
Phil
mandibles.
says Fox is correct, but I don't trust Phil.
I know my Falcons.
It's 3 against 1 at the moment, dude. Like, I'm
yeah, but
pretty
I'm in
sure
charge.
we're right.
I can accidentally mute you if you're right.
God damn it!
He says middle band.
Told
Paul.
you.
Yeah, and there you go. If I'd have gone a couple of pictures forward, then we would have seen it.
Yep.
Because this bit's magnetic for some strange reason. I don't know why.
Magnets. How do they work?
The whole thing's magnetic. Look.
Is it bad?
Magnets.
I'm sitting here being smug.
If I'd known there were magnets involved in the Falcon build, I would have kept it. Damn it. Magnets are great.
Not too late. You can go back and get it.
No. Well, we haven't paid. It hasn't
Silo.
paid. So.
You
Yeah,
could buy
Lego.
it.
There we go. Steve's been building Lego.
You could buy a new one now.
Ooh.
I've been building nano blocks with dinosaur.
Speedy Q8's headed off. He's got to scoot. Everybody else behave now. Take care, buddy.
Bye, Speed.
No.
Did you nearly call Speed Spud, though?
Fox, dinosaur, Fox.
Wait. Oh, Stegosaurus and some other thing. Yay, dinosaurs. You know what? Dinosaurs are better than.
You're going to say everything, aren't you?
I'm going to say everything, yes.
Yeah, and that's the wooden thing. There we go.
Ooh, cool. I sent Sue the dinosaur my picture of that says dinosaurs are better than everything.
That's a couple of planes. Is that the AWACS thing with the big radar thing on the top?
Yes. Did you just identify a plane correctly?
Clever girl.
There it is. Look. That's not an AWACS thing. That's a different plane.
Correct.
Yeah, see? I know my
Do you know what that is? I can tell you what it's not. Excellent.
That's something else.
That's
Is that the rest of the engines for one of them planes?
That's a Tamiya spin.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't fly like that.
You'd be in
That's
trouble
what
if it
happened when I
did.
played Kerbal Space Program.
He's turned that plane into a runabout with the sensor pod on the top. He's just missing the sensor pod.
I was thinking it looked more like a kite.
You're a kite.
There's Arnie in his dodgy paintwork glory.
I've got news for you. There is no bathroom. All this
Yes, you
standing
did
around
chopper.
is rubbish.
There you go. More Falcon for Fox.
Yes, that's the left mandible upper side. I think. It could be the right mandible lower side. I'm not sure.
You seemed a
mandible
tad
on one
unsure
side.
on that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You never quite know with the upper and lower mandibles. I mean, with the mandibles. I think it's the. Ooh, might be the left underside of the left mandible, but I'm not.
Neuromandible.
Mandible.
There it is.
Pascal.
Pascal.
Pascal's got the Lego. There we go.
Mandibular.
Yes.
The Lego. It's.
And thankfully, all of those solar arrays on the thing are pre-printed. They aren't stickers.
Oh, they're not stickers.
Because can you imagine how much
You
of a
can't get
nightmare
them not lined up right then.
Do you know how I get angry when Norm from Tested does a model and messes it up? What
No.
makes me really angry is that many times he said that he's really anal about Lego stickers to get them just right, and yet every time you see him put one on, it's all over the shop. Right.
There we go. I think Phil's put these pictures up for you, Fox. I think.
Why is that? Why is the cat wearing like a gimp outfit or a pearly queen thing?
It's a
why not?
harness, so they can take it for walks.
Oh, cool! I'll let it off in that case. Cool, cats are cool. I like cats.
And you can put it in the bath, apparently. I don't know why you do that. That sounds cruel. Cat and other cat.
Usual cat and cat. I have to tell you.
Just cat. It's obviously been bad. They told it to go and look in the corner.
You could buy lots of cats now, Fox.
I could buy lots of cats, but we can't have cats.
Yeah, you can. It'll be fine.
Our foxes gets allergies to
What
fur.
you want though
No.
is a dog far superior to cats in every way.
Yeah,
Well,
but
What you could do is you could get a cat and shave the cat.
have you been going to that cat shaving Reddit group again?
Which side's that then?
Well, yes, but
That's the other side. No, that is the upper. That's the underside. Those are the undersides. That's the upper side of the left mandible.
And that's not a falcon at all. That's Frankie's flatbed.
That's an Opal Blitz.
nice.
I think. Yes, I'm a dog person, but I also know that I'm far too lazy to actually do the walking of dogs. So I want a dog, but I'd much rather have a cat. It's like a cat to me is like a dog.
Well, they had to take the cat out for a walk as well. But
Well, you don't have to.
Well, I suspect that's because it's a little new cat and they're getting used to its territory.
A little new cat or
could
kitten.
be. I thought Chrono Man was building the falcon, but they're not falcon seats.
No,
Well, they might be. He might be pimping the falcon.
I don't know. Oh, there we go.
UV
Nat's got
lights and
half a hedgehog.
bass speaker.
oh, hedgehog. There we go. The town crier hedgehog. It's walked into the props, I think. Oh,
Indiana Jones, yeah.
yeah.
After
think more
Fox
cats
spoke
can
to
get
Connor
behind
on his stream, this is what he started, but already got a missing piece. So hopefully he'll be at it again soon.
Is that a Lego shark?
That's a Lego 3-in-1 thing. So it's going to be like a shark, a squid, and something else.
That clearly is the best Lego kit ever. Then, in that case,
It even comes with a little claw thing and a chest of treasures.
Quano Man says the seats were for the DeLorean.
Ah, right, there we go. I know, of course, he's doing the DeLorean as well. Yeah. Dave has been painting more, probably D&D miniatures again.
I have to say, sorry to interrupt. I have to say, if you go back to that Lego shark thing, there would be one way to make it even better, and that would be to custom mod it. So it's actually the shark submarine from Tintin Red Rackham's Treasure.
All right. I thought you were going to say paint a shark mouth on the side of it.
No, that would also work.
I do like this bit in the background though.
Oh, it's the Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master, yeah.
Often being Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, awesome.
I actually watched an episode that the other day, and dear God, it was terrible.
Yeah, it probably was, but it
It was
wasn't then. But it might be now. That is the end. So I shall stop sharing once again. Thank you all for your contributions this week to the Gross Gallery, or whatever we decided to call it.
The grocery.
Grocery, yeah. It's still there. You can still put things in it, but I won't be showing them anymore this week because that's done now. But they'll be there for next week if you're still about. Next week, of course, isn't just an evening with the gang. It's an evening with everyone because it's the last Thursday of the month.
Ooh.
So the gates will be opened to all of you to come in and join. I can only get 6 on screen at a time. So if there are lots of people, I'll have to swap people in and out and stuff. But the link will appear in the chat. I'll set it to appear in the Boom Hut and on my Facebook page and things as well. So you're all more than welcome to come along and join for a short while, a long while, whatever works. If there's only 6 of us, then you can stay there as long as you like. But if there's 20 people queued up to get in, there won't be 20 people queued up to get in.
Oh.
Then
You never
we might have to get
know.
rid of you occasionally. But
Yes, I watched the first episode of the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon the other day just to try and jolt my memory.
all right, the one where they all get sent away.
Yeah,
into the
but
world.
it didn't start like that. It had the titles, and then it was like, "Oh look, there's a dragon called such and."
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
The dragon screwed it. See, that was
When
dragon
do you think
thing.
he's going to notice?
In about 10 minutes when he stops rambling.
He's come back. Shall I let him back in?
nah.
I'm back. Yes, it just started off like in the middle of the episode. I'm like, okay, weird.
I don't think that was the first episode then. That was probably the second episode.
It said first episode.
Yeah, but there might have been a pilot.
I don't know, it might have been unknown, and it was terrible anyway. It was absolute garbage.
Lewis says he thinks the most pimping the shark will get is Connor singing Baby Shark at it.
Dear.
Oh, dear.
Please no.
Do. Yeah,
Do.
that's not how it goes.
I know. I'm deliberately not remembering how it goes.
It goes.
It doesn't.
Shark,
It doesn't go.
Do.
It doesn't go like that at all.
It does, but with
It
tune.
doesn't.
Dave says just started painting the Dungeon Master. It's far too cool for school. It really is.
The dragon is called Tiamat, says bassist. Yes, it was like the title finished and went, "Oh look, it's Tiamat! Quick, hide!" I'm like, how do they know what the dragon's called? And also, how can you start a story halfway through? What?
Yeah, there was obviously a pilot episode that you
Yeah,
missed.
I don't know what happened.
I did
Eric
watch.
says, "Damn it, Lewis, the song's now stuck in my head."
What? Yeah, I did watch when Disney Plus launched in the UK the first episode of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Are his
No,
friends
I
actually
wouldn't do
amazing?
myself. I
God,
wouldn't do
it
that to
was
myself.
How amazing are his friends?
They're not.
Not.
Because I remember watching it as a kid and sort of like reasonably. Chris, were you just drinking out of a vase?
Yes, no, it's a
Or
glass.
are you really small?
It's a big glass, but it's
It
like
could
a
be that.
pint glass thing. So yeah.
It comes in pints.
Don't forget,
next
Chris is
week-
only little.
Next week, Lewis is going to keep Connor up for the show, and he can sing Baby Shark for us all.
Oh dear Lord, there goes your monetization.
Or you go viral and make millions.
Raging Basis does say it does start like that, but I think it's great. And there is an episode where they get. It's like their wish to be taken into the world or something. Isn't
That's
it?
what I thought, but it just literally started in a fight scene. It's like what? What?
There's definitely a preview. It might be like the intro movie or something. Or...
Yeah, the intro just says, "Here's some kids, and there's some shizzle goes down, and now they're in the Dungeons and Dragons world." The next thing, titles finish. Oh no, it's Tiamat. What? Who? What?
Yeah,
Where?
no,
How?
there's definitely a thing. I'll find
Yeah.
it. I'll find out about it for you. It will say that. Yeah, there's the thing, but you don't forget about the thing.
Either way,
I know
it
if
was.
I search for it on IMDb, it's going to come back with a terrible film, isn't it?
I think watching somebody's live stream where they Google search is brilliant.
Yeah, here we go.
Dungeons and Dragons, 1983 to 1985.
Yep.
27 episodes exist.
On
The first one
4D
is called The Night of No Tomorrow.
Yep.
because they're cool.
The second
is
one
that-
is called The Day That Shouldn't Have Existed.
I'm sure it says somewhere about there is a first thing, but I can't find it now. There's no sex and nudity, apparently. There's mild violence and gore, mild profanity, mild alcohol, drugs, and smoking,
How do you have
That's-
mild?
That's
and
just usual.
moderate, frightening, and intense scenes.
When was the mild? What?
Yeah, it looks just like that, Paul.
Yeah, exactly.
Dear Lord.
Have you watched that yet, or is that?
Not this particular box set, but
Have you watched the first episode? Does it sort of start in the middle?
Oh, wait, you've got the box set? Oh, dear Lord.
We just watch it.
Oh dear. Wasn't there a roller coaster involved in a D&D ride? Yes,
Yeah,
so
there was.
they came back at some point on it as
Because
well.
they went. It was in a theme park or something, wasn't it? And then they disappeared into
Yeah.
Yeah.
the alternate dimension of.
Space. And there was all the
Maybe
deep
they're on
storyline
the-
that Venga, or whatever his name was, turned out to be the Dungeon Master's son. who turned to the dark side or
Don't
something.
know spoilers.
I think 40 years on, it's allowed.
Ah, dear.
You got
Yeah.
corrupted by the thing.
By the thing. Don't want to be corrupted by your thing. That's never good.
Yeah.
It does sound awfully painful.
Oh dear.
I'm not enjoying this piece. This is a pain in the bum.
Well, if you will spend ages sanding everything instead of just
No, I can't get rid of the nubs, and now I've got rid of the nubs. I can't get rid of the scratch marks that I put in it, and it's like,
Why did you put
you
scratch
won't
marks
notice
in
the
it?
scratch marks once you painted it.
because I had to use the rough sanding stick, and then it's all gone wrong from that point.
Oh dear.
It's just one of those awkward pieces that won't behave.
Looks like you've got
Okay,
another
how
one to build as well, haven't you?
No, I've only got one of these.
Is there another one the same? What's that over?
No, I've only got one of these parts.
Oh, it's something a bit different.
Yeah.
Okay.
I may cover it in a tarpaulin. That's always a good way to get around bad sanding. Oh, look, it's got a tarpaulin on it. Bye.
Yeah. Lewis thinks that Nat's not Willising anymore. She's probably too busy bashing into regions together. Yeah, but if I say if I mention Nat in passing, then she'll hear that even subconsciously, and then come back and find out what you've been talking about. So, sorry.
We might just grass you up.
Oh, we always will grass him up.
He says we're allowed to. He said earlier, anything he puts in chat's fair game.
Yep. And plus, we are actually, you may not realise, but all the streams we do, they're all classed as comedy. So we'll take any comedy we can get.
I sort of assumed that they were anyway.
If we were on Radio 4, we'd have a Sunday slot.
Yeah, it wouldn't be breakfast time or anything.
No, we'd be the slot where you have the comedy stuff and the comedy science and the comedy quiz shows.
Yeah,
We'd
Lewis
be after
is going to
like,
get himself even deeper in trouble now.
yeah, we'd be after like the Infinite Monkey Cage or something.
Yeah.
You had the science, now have this lot.
You've had the science, now have the nonsense.
Si seems to have gone very quiet. I don't know if he's just busy with his game or if he's muted or doesn't know he's muted.
David Butcher, that model,
Or
says,
is
Lewis, my mum used to knit like that when she was in a mood. It sounded like somebody was in the lounge with a machine gun. Yeah, anybody who's had a mum that knits, you know what that's like. When the knitting gets louder, somebody is in trouble.
Is it one step below the look?
There's normally when it's a mum doing that, she's doing that and staring you out at the same time.
Nat is still here. She's talking to Paul actually. She says she needs your banhammer greatness.
Yeah. Do you want me to ban Lewis then?
I think that was the request, but I wouldn't do it because I'm not been asked to. But
Coward.
I can forget what controls I've got. I can put user in timeout just by clicking a button there, but
Yeah.
that'd be nasty. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, because we know what Paul will do. He'll go in and then he'll just time out. He'll just time out
he
Dave.
has. I just see. Strange enough, on the StreamYard chat, the messages are still there, but they've all just mysteriously disappeared from YouTube. I wonder if I can still. Yeah, I can still bring them up on here. So. Yeah. Model
thing is,
Trucker was timed out
really
by
interesting.
Butcher That Model for 300 seconds. Who gave Dave powers?
Anything for you, Lady of the Nostrils? Why, Lady of the Nostrils? What? What does that even mean?
Where are you
Did Dave
reading
mean
that?
nostrils? Lady of the, I don't get that.
It hadn't come up quite yet.
I'm just confused and a little bit scared now.
I know. I don't know what a nostril
I don't
is.
know why.
So
I
I'm
think
assuming
you're
it's,
right to be confused and scared.
I think it's a misspelled nostril, but there's nothing worse than a misspelled nostril.
Size back from his nap.
No, I went for a piss.
Hello.
Okay, as long as you turn your mic off, that's okay. That's a good
Yeah, I
reason
had to
for
take
turning
my
your mic
headset off because the problem with the wireless headset is you never quite trust if it's actually muted.
Can you explain that? Can you explain that to TK?
Yeah.
Even if the red light is on the end of the mic, meaning it should be muted, I don't trust that.
Is the red light not mean it's on?
No, not on this particular headset.
Oh,
you sure?
Dave,
I'm pretty sure because it's not on right now and you can hear me. But nice try.
We have an explanation that why Dave calls Nat Lady of the Nostrils. It says, Dad says, it's because Nat is much taller than Dave and he looked up her nostrils at Telford.
Yeah, and that's because at Telford, I stood next to Dave and he couldn't see higher than my nostrils.
But when Dad says he looked up her nostrils at Telford, why is Telford in her nostrils?
She's that tall.
I do love grammatical errors like that. Grammatical faux pas. He looked up her nostrils at Telford. Wait, what?
For some reason, Paul's Nat's favourite mod tonight. It wasn't Paul that did it. It was Dave.
Yeah,
Dave.
I'm innocent for once.
For once.
Yeah,
I have some
Lewis
very
has come back on his different account, and said it's because she's got a big nose. But I can do that. There we go.
Oh. Ah.
So Lewis is now not signed in on his other account either for 5 minutes.
I'm bored of this now. I don't want to make this anymore. It's all cylinders and cylinders rubbish.
This
They've
is going
done
to
it.
go the same way as
They've
the
done it, says
unicorn,
Dave.
isn't it, Fox?
No, I won't get it done. It's just because the problem is that 99% of people that make this alchemite pipes just stick it together and paint it, whereas I'm sitting there going, no, I can't have a big seam line down the middle. I can't have that. Can't have it. But,
It is quite amusing to me. You hate building, but you're quite anal about building at the same time.
yeah, I hate doing it, but I want. It's like I hate doing it, but I don't want it to look like complete mon when I do it.
I don't know if Dad had a typo there, but I'm assuming he didn't. I'm assuming that's what he wanted to put down. So yeah.
Yeah.
Dad, 10 XP for Dad. Dad's safe from being banned for a month.
15 XP for Chris.
Yeah,
For the...
Paul, you can't ever time but Dad out now, no matter what Dad does.
I wouldn't time him out, even if he wasn't a mod.
You
I
would.
can say he can't. Eric liked it as well. I would say Lewis liked it, but we don't know because Lewis can't message anymore for another few minutes. Sorry, Lewis, but you did ask for it. Right. So, anything else been going on with you lot? Are you planning any more streams during the weekend? I know you're about on Saturday, Fox. Are you doing anything tomorrow?
I was going to carry on with this tomorrow, but this is just getting on my nerves so much that I might just not bother. It's not the kind of thing I can build on a stream. So
Nat says she's not even that tall. She's only 5'8". But yeah, Dave would have.
Yeah, but Dave's like about 2 foot. So
I'm not even 5'8". I'm 5'7", and I'm taller than Dave. So you know.
It's like when Dave was growing up, they marked his height on a grain of rice.
He says I'm only 4'6" without my heels on.
The thing is, he's 6'6" when he puts Pip's heels on.
Depends on the heels, yeah.
He's 8'6" when he puts his own Saturday night heels on.
Yes, so tomorrow being Friday, I'm intending to do a Lego stream at some point. I'm probably mid-afternoon, I think. I might try and do another YouTube Alex stream on the Team Inept channel. Like and subscribe down there. He's down there, look, that one. If it works, keep an eye on Team Inept channel. It might work, it might not, but if it does, then I'll be there. Probably midday, just after, and then a bit later on in the afternoon, back here on this channel here, I'll be doing some Lego.
Do a little test before you go live, just like a little test recording, make sure it's all funky.
Yeah, well, when all the things were moving before, but then I clicked the button and they stopped. So we'll see what happens. Ian MG Thompson is here saying, hi all, what did I miss? Only most of it.
Hey.
It's fine. Yeah, we did some talking. Lewis was here for a little while, then he had to leave because he got kicked out.
He had to leave.
Then he came back and then he might have got kicked out again. And then we showed things from the Gross Group and now we're just talking a bit again.
The future's not set, but Lewis will get kicked out again.
Yes. Lewis says that's fine, all good fun. He'll be back soon. Paul's in chat saying like and subscribe.
Mouth words.
No, I'm giving people the ability to link to.
It doesn't matter anymore because the YouTuber changed it. You can't go to channel.
Can you not?
No, you used to be able to click on the three dots and it go to channel option would pop up. But
why would they even change that?
I don't know why. They make it harder for you to find people. Dad might go live late afternoon.
Oh, is Dad on tomorrow? Cool. In that case, I won't
we
do
look
any.
forward to that then, Dad. Yep, I'll make sure I'm done by late afternoon.
In that case, I shall not stream tomorrow because other people are streaming, and I want to sit and watch Dad. So there you go.
Nat says hopefully he's learnt his lesson, but she doubts it. I doubt it as well.
No.
But there's plenty more banning to go where that came from, so don't worry.
I thought you said there's plenty more fish in the sea. I was a bit harsh.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything
A bit
about
preemptive, but there you go.
Andrew's coming. Hi everyone, a bit late, a little bit. We're still here for another quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, so you know there's still some, and you can always rewind and watch later.
Yeah. Do that anyway.
Scott says, evening all. I felt massive standing next to Dave and Chris at Telford. Yeah.
Be kind, rewind.
He's back. He says it wasn't my fault. It was.
Dave says, you are massive, you stonking great big Viking plonker.
Yeah. Dad also says, happy birthday to Scott for tomorrow. So happy birthday for tomorrow, Scott.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Scott.
Happy birthday, Scott.
God bless her and all who sail in her.
Yeah, 40's getting awfully close now, isn't it, Scott?
Yeah. That's not very nice. It's his birthday tomorrow. You'd be nice to him, Dave. Right, so yes, that's tomorrow all planned then. So I'll probably be online a couple of times if I can get the computer to behave. Then Saturday, Fox is doing his 3 o'clock
Skyrim shenanigans.
Saturday.
Hopefully.
Where
It's 3 o'clock.
Paul
I
can
shout
watch
at
and
him
get
for
very,
an hour.
very cross.
Yes, it's 3 o'clock. Paul shouting at me session. Let's just be honest about it.
To be honest, it's not just me. My wife shouts at you as well.
Well, yes, Paul and Mrs. Paul.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get her signed up with an account so she can do her own shouting on the YouTube?
I keep telling her to.
Just even for no other reason than just she can shout at me.
Yeah, that was exactly.
And there'll be another subscriber for Fox as well.
Yeah, damn straight.
Oh, like, yeah. To be fair, she did actually rewatch the grand live stream when I told her about it.
Which one?
Oh, right, yeah.
Which one now?
The one grand live special.
Oh, right. Yes.
Comic Relief.
Oh, yeah, the ITV telethon.
Yeah. I thought it was rather sweet.
Eric says it'd be funny if I accidentally banned myself. I don't think there's even a button for that. The worst I can do would be to end the stream. So, yeah.
Yeah.
The worst.
There's no button for that because we're not Catholics.
Dave says it's Scott's birthday tomorrow and Dad's on Saturday.
How old is Scott?
Is that coming along?
I-
Not as old as Dad, I reckon, is the
I was
answer.
gonna say, yeah, but I don't think we can do numbers that far for Dad. Hey, hang on, since when was it Dad's birthday? That kept that quiet.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. That must have
Oh,
snuck
I
in.
didn't know about that. Or
Yeah.
Scott's. What's going on here?
For what it's worth, I happen to know Scott's going to be 39.
So, Dad, when is your birthday? What you get me? Remember, you have to
Yeah,
bring
it
cake
doesn't
for everybody
really work
there,
that
Dad.
He's going to give you
Nat
one-
says
one
I'll
right
try and
around
remember
50.
to wear flat shoes for Dave at Telford.
Oh,
And
No, he
and
likes
Lewis
that.
says
That's a bad
she won't.
idea.
Her memory isn't that good. So yeah, he's in trouble again, isn't he?
That's if
You
there
just
even
like
is the
betting on
Telford
thin
this
ice.
year.
don't wear flat shoes for Dave. He likes that sort of thing, and it'll just get him all steamy under the belt.
No, he
the
likes
collar.
high heels.
He likes anything.
Yeah. He's not picky, is our Dave.
David hump a table leg if it had a curve to it.
Dad says I prefer not to remember mine. I've had plenty, but many more to come.
Yes. Oh yeah. Have you seen Dad's epic beard action?
I haven't, no.
It's only a little delicate thing at the minute, but it could potentially grow into a proper big white bushy beard.
And Vince's moustache. You missed that
Oh, yeah.
last night.
I did,
Oh,
yeah.
Vincent's moustache
caught
was a bit of a
couple of
shock
minutes of it, and Vincent did seem to be channeling the 1980s porn star.
No, it's like a 1980s porn star crossed with a Tamiya British Army officer. So I asked him to point at something, and it worked.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
I asked him to point at something, and it was perfect.
Hang about. Let me scare
There you
people a
go.
bit more.
Trying to get it in better focus.
Have you now? Because you put your head on your bench,
Well-
have you got paint all over your face?
Yay!
Lovely. I
Paint face. He's got a big paint face.
I,
and it's covered in paint.
haven't shaved for.
Dad's questioning because you said white. Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, sorry, red.
Frankie says he's working night shift again this week, so he's sleeping during the day. So is it
Oh.
early morning for you?
Hello, I've got a moth. Hello. I'm being attacked. Get off.
Are you going to chase it?
No, it's been dive bombing me all day, and I tried
Tell it to keep its distance.
I tried to catch it, but it keeps landing in places I can't see.
Who do you think you are?
I'm following it now, but I'm not even wearing the right glasses.
You've got to wear a face mask as well and gloves.
Let me see if I can put my other glasses on. If I can find it, I can catch it. It has a habit of landing in a corner I can't get to, or just it flies around a bit and then goes and disappears. And then appears
Eric's
later
off. Thanks for the live streams, Chittis and Fox. He says,
Chittis.
"Stay well and safe, and wash your hands."
Chittis.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.
Is that like an ancient Aztec god?
Sure.
Chittis.
Yeah, I think that's my my Aztec name.
Spanish.
Chittis. Could be worse.
Kind of Man says everyone needs to call Dad by his proper name. It's Daddy Duke. It wasn't Daddy. It was was it an uncle in the Duke's house?
It was Uncle something, wasn't it?
Not Fester. It was different. It was Uncle
What
someone.
was it? What was the? Oh, I can't remember what the character was called.
Because they were cousins, weren't they? The two
Yeah.
Duke boys. And there was Daisy Duke, but she wasn't the son of the daughter of Daddy Duke, was it? Or was he?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Uncle Jesse, says Philip. There we go.
Let's let the old guys
Uncle
talk.
Jesse, that's it.
Jesse Duke. Uncle Jesse.
Eric did mean Chris. We figured you probably did.
Yeah.
Dave says, stay safe, Eric. Wash your hands and crevasse. Isn't that one of them things you wear around your neck? Like
Crevasse?
A posh,
What?
posh tie.
Reverse. I'm just.
I don't want to know. I'm not asking. I'm just going to
Thing
let
is,
it
you
go.
wouldn't have Dave any other way, really, would you?
No, Dave is a perfect example of a misspelled youth. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
Just making sure you did what you meant to do.
Yeah, it works better in text than in speaking, in mouth words, but hey.
Yeah.
Dave does say that Dad looks more like Uncle Albert, to be fair. Yeah.
Nah, Uncle Albert. Oh, where's Colin when you need him? Where is
right to be Del Boy?
Oh, on my stream today and in this stream now, there's a number of times we've needed Colin around. And he's not been around.
Hang about.
Uncle Albert.
I've got a Colin. Wait.
Folk handles.
There we go.
For folks.
It's the only Colin I've got set up on here, but it has its moments.
You should have a number of Collins available at all times.
There are a number of Collins. I've got a couple of Collins, but yeah, that's the only one I've got set.
I like a nice Colin.
You definitely need a use slag button.
You slag.
Slag. Yeah. I reckon Paul would be a good slag. Oh wait. No, that's exactly what I meant. Yeah.
I'm not getting involved in that conversation.
Yeah, nor am I.
I'm not until the end of lockdown.
Steady. Lewis.
Right. Anything else to talk about, or shall we finish tonight? How's everything with everybody?
How come when we do my stream, everybody talks about food and kills me because I've not had my dinner? And as soon as it's your stream, nobody talks about food at all.
That is a good point, actually. KFC was amazing
Oh
today.
God, I forgot about that.
We had a chicken takeaway thing that wasn't KFC, wasn't as good as KFC by a long way, but did just about hit the spot. Oh, Raging Basis is here. He's gets paid tomorrow.
Yay.
So thank you for the streams and laughs, you slag. He says,
Slag.
thank you very much, Basis. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes,
I
you
definitely
had
think
like
people have been locked down too long. They're starting throwing money away.
you had like Dragon Momoko KFC, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
That's a
I
good
can't remember what
joke,
it's called,
sorry.
Chicken Cottage or
Yeah.
something. Or
At least Paul got that.
The Russian recast.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
I may have accidentally ordered a curry for my dinner.
We
Just
had
now.
we had the paella, which I was expecting, and I mixed some Mexican Uncle Ben's Mexican rice into it,
Ooh,
and it was average. And I had some pita breads, and they were acceptable.
some bread pockets, don't you mean?
Yeah, some pockety breads. But I may develop the trumps.
May.
Yeah, entirely possible.
Yeah, but you're not going to be live streaming, so that's okay.
That's true.
Literally or figuratively.
Quanoman wants Colin to do ringtones. He wants one of Colin saying, "Answer the phone, you slag."
Answer the phone, you.
I still think you
slag.
should just read audiobooks for us.
got
So
the-
you've had Domino's Meat Feast and the Bread of Garlics.
Can I just point out? I've got the theme. I've got the cat face theme stuck in my head now, thanks to Paul. God damn it!
Lewis has got to go now. Have fun, stay safe, guys, and stay out of trouble. We're not the ones in trouble; it's you in trouble normally.
Yeah, we don't know what trouble is, Lewis, apart from when we
Yeah.
watch you in
So,
chat.
thanks for
Safe,
watching,
Lewis.
Lewis.
Deliver those
Drive
customers
safe,
to
and we'll
those who
see you
need 'em.
soon.
Yeah, we don't get in trouble because we watch you to find out what not to do.
Yeah.
Because we clever.
Pooh.
We am the night.
We am Batman.
Yeah.
I'm Emma. Cat
right.
face is gonna.
So yeah,
be-
we've
I
done
can
the food
stuck in
talk
my
now,
head.
so that's enough. Anything else to talk about before I start removing you infidels?
No.
No, I'm good.
Nope.
That's it then. I shall get rid of you one at a time. The last one on my list is Fox, because although he was the first, he then left. So he came back, but came back at the end.
Yay!
So Fox is the first to be removed. Thank you very
Oh
much for
no, that's
joining
not.
this
I
evening.
don't mean yay. Take care, everyone. Bye.
See you soon.
Damn it.
Next
Right,
up
now we've
is
got-
Paul at Team Inept. He's still there. So thank you again, Paul, for coming and
Right.
joining us. See you another time.
Yes. Miss your
I'm don't cutting off deliberately, but you know. And Kevin, Simon, thank you very much.
Ciao.
Again, we'll see you soon. You have to get a camera. We need a camera at some point
One day.
because you know.
One day.
Right. Thanks. Bye. And me, and then there was one. Hello, and thank you to all of you. It's been a lovely evening as ever. Thank you very much for the monetary contributions. They'll keep me in chicken for a little while. So thank you all. It's Thursday, as I say. Tomorrow there will be at least a Lego stream, possibly a gaming stream at some point after that, depending on how time fits in and if it works. So I should think there'll probably be a Lego stream at about midday. I'll set that up in a minute, and then I won't set one up on Team Inept because it's different. But yeah, keep an eye on the Team Inept channel. If there is one, I'll post up in the Boom Hut and on my page anyway. So come along and watch that. Join in the chat. That's Saturday. Saturday, Fox has got his 3 o'clock gaming thing. I might do a gaming thing again midday-ish on Saturday if I can't get it to work then, or if I can, I might play something different. Again, keep an eye on the Team Inept channel. Like and subscribe, as they say. Sunday is the big day. That's the day when the live stream covered the entire day at 12:30. As far as I'm aware, Colin at Festa 67's workshop has his Sunday brunch, him and Dave. That goes for a couple of hours, and then Fox is about again at 3 o'clock doing his Warhammer, doing much the same as he was doing just now, but just him without anyone else talking. So it's just 3 hours of Fox talking. So you know you want to watch that and join in the chat on there. And then 8 o'clock Sunday, I'll be doing the War Hamster. I'm doing the Orc truck thing that Paul got me. Still doing the building phase at the moment, no painting yet. Probably a week or 2 more, maybe 3 of building that, depending on how it goes. That's Sunday. Monday, back to E-Models. As far as I know, we're back to a normal show. We'll probably do another quiz like we did last week at some point, but not quite yet. We might do something different. We'll figure it out 5 minutes before we go live on Monday night. And yeah, then Tuesday I'll probably do another Nano, Lego, whatever, something. And then Wednesday we're back to the Wooden Wednesday when I'm doing that big wooden thing that I showed you earlier. And then we're back to an evening with everyone next week. Yes, an evening with the gang is this week with just a few of us. Next week is an evening with everyone. The last Thursday in the month, I do open the doors up to everybody. So you're all more than welcome to come along and join in. I put the link in the chat and on all of the media places that I normally post to anyway. So come along, join us. All you need is a webcam, hopefully, or just a microphone, as Si demonstrated. You can join in with just a microphone if you like, but it's not as good. And that's next week. So yes, thank you all for watching. I'll click the button to make it all finish and go away. And I shall see you, well, you won't see me tomorrow because I'll be doing just hand Lego things. Face to face will probably be on Monday. But thanks for watching and thank you very much for the donations. See you soon. Good night, wash your hands.